In this episode of What's on My iPhone, I talk about the apps I use, including my favorite app for blocking spam calls, my favorite Reddit client, a secure way to store your cryptocurrency private keys, the app that I still love for iOS videos, and a great way to track how much time you spend on various tasks. But first, a word from our sponsor. 9 to 5 Mac on YouTube is sponsored by Avira Mobile Security for iOS. The Avira app for iOS comes with a whole host of security-related features like a free VPN, privacy manager to keep Siri searches private, anti-theft protection, network scanner, and call blocker. But first and foremost, Avira is simple to use. Download it for free from the App Store and start protecting yourself today. And in this example, I'm going to show you how easy it is to enable Avira VPN to encrypt your internet traffic. You can then use the in-app purchase to unlock the full feature set. Click the link in the description to download Avira Mobile Security today. So let's start off with my favorite Reddit client. And really, this isn't just the best Reddit client, it's one of the best apps across all apps on iOS. It is, of course, Apollo. I love this app so much to browse Reddit. First and foremost, I love how easy it is to get to my favorite subreddits using these quick action shortcuts right from the home screen. And it's just so convenient, and that's what this app is all about. It's about convenience, being able to browse Reddit, getting to your favorite subreddits in a variety of different ways, just like that. Now, I don't have a lot of subreddits that I subscribe to, but I like the Tesla Motors subreddit, of course. I like the Tesla Model Y subreddit, of course, our Apple as well. So when I'm not browsing Electrek or 9 to 5 Mac, there are a few subreddits that I subscribe to stay up to date with the latest and greatest. I really like this app though because, like I said, it's highly customizable. You have various swipe gestures that you can use to upvote, to downvote, to reply, to collapse or expand a thread, and really, it's all customizable. All those swipe gestures, completely customizable. And I really like the little handy widget that jumps you directly to your favorite subreddits as well. And while there are tons of ways that you can use Apollo for free, there are some paid upgrades that you can take advantage of for enabling themes, for instance, as you can see right here. So this looks great, nice dark mode theme, and it just makes Apollo pop and stand out that much more. And as far as customization is concerned, that really is just the tip of the iceberg. This app has so many ways to personalize it, to make it yours. If you go into the settings, for instance, you're going to be just overwhelmed by the amount of settings that are available in here to really customize Apollo to your liking. And that's what really makes this app so great, in my opinion. So if you're using any other Reddit client, please do yourself a favor and try out Apollo. I don't think you'll ever switch back. Now let's talk about another app on my iPhone, and that is Nomorobo. I love saying that, Nomorobo. Basically, this is an app that stops all those spam calls in their tracks. So if you're getting calls about Medicare or calls about vehicle warranties, then you need an app that can block those spam callers, and Nomorobo is one of those apps that does a great job. It has a database of, as you can see, over 3 million phone numbers. And when an incoming call comes in, it basically scans to make sure it's not one of those numbers. If it is, it'll just send that call to voicemail. As you can see right here, you see the little red dot indicating it is a spam caller. And what's even cooler is that if one of those spam callers actually makes it through, which they will from time to time, you can just share that contact directly to Nomorobo. This one has already been shared, obviously, but that will allow you to block that incoming call as well. And that helps out everybody because it's a shared database. So everyone gets access to this database and they all benefit. So the more users, the better, right? In theory. It's not perfect. It doesn't always work, but it has reduced probably about 80% of my spam calls. It's great. I love it. Now, here's another app, especially kind of timely when you think about it. It's called Ledger Live. Now, this application is a Bitcoin wallet companion. And the Bitcoin wallet that I'm talking about is this right here, the Ledger Nano X. It is a hardware wallet. It is an offline wallet. It allows you to store your cryptocurrency private key. So it's not just for Bitcoin, although it works with Bitcoin, but it works with all sorts of cryptocurrency and allows you to store those private keys right here on this device. So in other words, you truly do own your crypto when you have them stored offline in a hardware wallet like this. Now, there are many hardware wallets. I'm not specifically recommending the Ledger Nano X, But I do recommend that you invest in a hardware wallet if you're involved in cryptocurrency in any meaningful way. And you can see, you can easily install, for instance, a Dogecoin app. I think is that how you pronounce it? Dogecoin, I've always wondered. Or XRP, or any sort of cryptocurrency. You can install those applications and store the private keys related to that cryptocurrency right here on the Ledger Nano X. So you can see I'm connecting via Bluetooth, and you see the full app catalog for all the various types of crypto, and you can easily install, for instance, if I want to install Dogecoin, let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I can easily do that. Just tap install, and now I can purchase Dogecoin using an exchange and then just send that crypto over to my hardware wallet for offline keeping, safekeeping, so I don't have to worry about anything shady happening with my cryptocurrency. You've probably heard it before, not your keys, not your coins. So this basically puts the private keys in your hands for safekeeping. And say this device gets run over by a car or truck. Well, there's a passphrase that you set up initially, and you can use that passphrase. A lot of people like to print it on metal and store it somewhere safe, but you can use that passphrase to restore your private keys. Now, another application, you guys have known that I love Filmic Pro for a long time, but I just cannot ever get over Filmic Pro. It is the best camera app, in my opinion, for shooting video. Now, one of the reasons that I initially started using Filmic Pro was because I wanted to shoot video at 24 frames per second, which gives you that more filmic look. At one time, you could not shoot 24 frames per second with the stock camera app on the iPhone, but now you can do that. You can even change the frame rate right from within the camera app interface. So things have changed quite a bit for the better for the stock camera app, but that is not the only reason that you would use Filmic Pro. There are so many other reasons. For instance, you have these reticles. You can set your exposure and your focus separately. And not just that. For instance, you can even rack focus. Let me show you what I mean. So if you tap and hold there, you'll have these focus points. You can tap between those to pull focus between 2 points. Now, why would that be handy? Well, you can simulate like a standalone camera, standalone hardware camera. So I can set my 2 points between 2 different subjects and rack focus between those 2 points just by tapping one like that and tapping the other just like that. Gives you a really cinematic look. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. You can, of course, go in and set your white balance and really give yourself a creative style. If you're looking to do something really creative, or if you're just shooting regular video, you need to set your white balance, you can do that as well. But like I said, just the tip of the iceberg as far as what Filmic Pro brings to the table for videographers using iPhones. You can even shoot videos using Dolby Vision. And then finally, we have Timecap. This is one of the newest apps that I've been using. As of late, this is an app that really allows you to keep track of how you're spending your time. So if you tap the little plus button at the bottom of the interface, you'll notice 3 different sections that you can use to track your activity. Number 1, you have time tracking activity. So this allows you to track blocks of time. You have a check off activity that allows you to check off certain actions. And then you have a count activity for things you perform more than once during a certain period of time. So if I go to my time tracking, I can set it as a limit or a goal. So if I want to limit a bad habit, for instance, I can do that. Or if I want to set a goal, I can do that. And I can just give it a name. So I'm going to just call this moderate comments, because that does take a lot of time and I need to do that every single week. So I'll give it a color. How about green? You can set a length of time, which is cool because you can set it all the way down to the second if you want to. So very granular settings. And then there's the period. You can set it to go every day, or you can be even more specific with that if you want to do so. So what's really cool though is that once you have everything set up, you simply tap the play button right here and you can start counting up to meet your time goals. And this is something that I would do every day, moderating these comments, and it tracks all of your activity. You can even set tags. So for instance, I want to monitor or moderate YouTube and Instagram comments. I can add both of those in there like that. And then you have all of your activity data. If you scroll down, the more you use this, the more data you're going to have. So I want to go back to the main, and you can see those tags at the top, so I can really filter and drill down on those tags. You can see YouTube, Instagram. So if I have multiple activities or multiple items with those tags, it would show those particular items. So I have a count activity here with check email. So if I want to check email multiple times a day, 3 times a day, I have that counting. so I'll make sure I do that. It's just a great way to keep track on how you're using your time. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about what's on my iPhone for February 2021? Are there any apps that I've showed you that you plan on using? Do you have any suggestions for me? Are there any apps you think I might like? Please let me know down below in the comment section. Do you use a hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency? Let me know what you guys think overall down below in the comments section, and thumbs up if you appreciated this video. This is Jeff with 9 to 5 Mac. Special thanks to Avira Mobile Security for iOS for sponsoring 9 to 5 Mac. Download the app for free today using the link down below in the description and take advantage of tons of useful security related features like a free VPN, privacy manager to keep your Siri searches private, anti-theft protection, network scanner, call blocker, and more.